Welcome to Mishna study Masechet Maaser Sheni Perek Gimal Mishna Bet. Over here in this Mishnah, I titled it "No Buying Teruma with Maaser Sheni Money," but we'll see it's machloket whether or not you're allowed to buy Teruma. Right? Teruma is the produce that's belongs to a kohen. So let's say someone's selling Teruma. Teruma is usually a little bit cheaper, right? It's little bit less of a price tag to it, right? Because there's not that much of a demand. It's only a kohanim that can eat it. So let's say he's a kohen. He's bringing his Maaser Sheni, fruits. Up to Jerusalem. He gets there, or Maaser Sheni money he's bringing to Jerusalem, and now he wants to buy, something to eat. Could he buy Teruma? Right? He could buy Teruma, and he can even, benefit more. So let me buy Teruma with my Maaser Sheni money. That's going to be the machloket over here. So firstly, Tanakama, and lochim Teruma v'chesef Maaser. You're not allowed to buy Teruma with Maaser Sheni money. Why? Right? Because you're lessening, right, the its ability to eat, right? So what are we talking about over here? It's talking about it's either talking about the teruma, right? It's reducing the number of those who can eat it, right? So what are we talking about? Let's say the actual teruma, let's say Maaser Sheni. Right, so you take that up. You have Maaser Sheni, you take up Jerusalem, you buy Teruma. Okay, now who's allowed to eat that? This Maaser Sheni now became something that everybody was allowed to eat from. Now only Kohanim are allowed to eat from it. Right, so you're mama'et tachidato. Right, you're lessening the people who could eat from it. Right, so like Israel can't eat from it anymore. Tvul Yom is no longer allowed to eat from it. Right, and similarly, also you're mama'et the eating of the teruma itself, right? Because we know, right, that the teruma before it was purchased with Maaser Sheni money was able to be eaten by an onen, right? Someone who's, right away after a relative passed away, they're in aninut, they're allowed to eat teruma, which they're not allowed to eat they're not allowed to eat Maaser Sheni, right? Right, the pasuk says "Lo achalti be'oni mimenu." So we see over here, and also what's another difference that you only allowed to eat in Jerusalem before. Right, the teruma you could have eaten anywhere. You could have taken it out of Jerusalem. Now over here, no, you have to eat it in Jerusalem. So you see, it works both ways, right? And this is according to Rambam. It's interesting because Rashi and Tosafot are different mafashim. They actually argue, what are we talking about over here? Are we saying that the Maaser Sheni, is becomes less edible, or are we saying the teruma becomes less edible? If you're purchasing teruma with Maaser Sheni money, and Rambam says both, right? They both become less edible. Rabbi Shimon matir, Rabbi Shimon allows it. No, so what? Amar lehem Rabbi Shimon. Rabbi Shimon tells the Chachamim, look, what do you usually do with Maaser Sheni money? You buy korbanot with it. You buy, korbanot shlamim. Okay, so what happens when you buy a korban shlamim with Maaser Sheni money? Shehu mevi'an lidei pigul notar v'tameh lo nakil b'teruma. If you're buying a korban, inevitably, what could happen to a korban? It could become pigul if a person had the wrong, inappropriate, machshava, thought. He thought, I think I'm going to, eat this, korban, in a few days from now. Now, I'll do that. He's thinking about that at the time when he's, slaughtering the korban. That's a problem. He's bringing the korban. It's a problem, right? That actually makes the whole korban pasul. The pasuk says, right? Pigul hu lo yeratzeh. Similarly, notar is leftover meat. You're not allowed to eat it after a certain time. Right? Shlamim, 2 days, 1 night. You're not allowed to eat it anymore after that. Betameh, let's say it became tameh. Right? First of all, the notar, we know notar mimenu ba'ish tisrafenu. We have to burn it. And when it comes to something tameh, right? We know asher yochal basar mizebach hashlamim asher Hashem etumatu alav. Right? V'nechleta nefesh Correct, you can't eat it tameh. You're not allowed to eat tameh. So what happens? You could potentially, make something. Oh, you had Maaser Sheni money. You bought a korban with it, right? What you just do? The Maaser Sheni money. If you would have bought fruits, anyone's allowed to eat it forever. Over here, this korban, you could potentially could become pasul. It become, if the meat is left over too long, you're no longer allowed to eat it. So also, we're limiting the people that could eat it. So what? We're allowed to do that by a korban, which is regular Maaser Sheni. We're not going to be makil and teruma. What's the difference? Hamim respond to him. In the end of the day, the zivhai shlamim, the korbanot that you're buying, everyone's allowed to eat it. Israel's allowed to eat it. What, we're going to allow teruma that's asura to zarim, right? Israel's not allowed to eat teruma. So we're limiting the people right now that can't eat it. It's not a matter of time until something kicks in. Right now, the second you buy teruma, a tvul yom is no longer allowed to eat it, and someone who's not a kohen is not allowed to eat it, right? So that's Hachamim's response, and halacha is like Hachamim, right? Not like the Mishna.